Welcome to the Beyond the Burst podcast, your weekly deep dive into
the gear that shapes the sounds.
We're your hosts,
Dave Lozon
and Sean Finkler from Lozon Music in Canada. Each week, we'll be looking at the most exciting guitars, pedals, amps, and studio gear that crosses our path. Plus, real talk about the music industry and the stories behind the gear. Whether you're a bedroom shredder, touring pro, or gear nerd, just like us, you're in the right place. Very exciting week, the last week that has just passed. We talked about Memento Mori.
Yeah, it's been a week.
Memento Mori is gone.
Yes, it was here. We had it listed for
48 hours.
Yeah,
Something like that.
about that.
So we have mixed feelings on it. We're happy that it went to a good home.
Yes.
And the guy was very happy to get the set. I mean, it's
Sure. And ultimately, it is our job to
sell the stuff.
sell guitars and amps, move them to new homes.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just want to keep them.
I miss it already.
I miss it too. It was good. It was very good looking here. We're in our studio.
It was really nice.
It was in here.
We will get more things. Maybe something eventually will be permanent, but that's maybe deeper down the road.
Yeah. Permanent. What would you see as like a permanent thing?
A Dumble.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That would
the
be
not for sale Dumble.
the not for sale.
Don't
Dumbo.
even look at it. You've been wanting that for a while. But what are we talking? 350, 400?
We're talking
Canadian dollars.
Well,
that gets you in the door. 400 gets you in the door.
no, I think you can get a less than that.
Yeah?
I think you get one for about.
We're talking like a combo that's kind of like got a storied history.
No. I'm thinking you could get one for about $185 American.
Okay.
You know,
Well, that ain't bad.
for a head, right?
Yeah, we
course,
gotta have
that's
the
what-
cab.
that's what
We gotta have the set.
No.
No?
Well,
Well,
I think-
he Dumble made cabs too.
he did make cabs. I think
Yeah.
I would be just okay with a nice 2-rod cab, oval port back, with EV 12Ls. Be just fine.
You're not
just
talking
fine.
about a T-top though.
No, I'm
Okay,
not.
you wouldn't T-top it.
I would not T-top. By T-top, what Sean's talking about is when you have the amplifier head and it's wider than the cabinet, and so it looks like a T.
I have a really tough time with that. That may be one of the harder things for me aesthetically to look at.
Yeah.
A T-top. That
Why do I think of you when I think of T-tops? It's just because you hate it so much?
because I dislike it, but there may have been a time where I was forced.
You were rocking a T-top for something. But that basement head? Was it in a T
It
situation?
could have been that. Yeah, before I had a cab, maybe.
What
It
were
was
you
a
using?
T-top.
Was it a Z cab?
I think it was a Z cab. Not a good pairing for that either.
No.
So anyway, T-top cabs or heading cabs.
So
yeah.
let's say $250 Canadian. I bet we could find ourselves a Dumble.
That gets you in the door.
Gets us. Remember this? This makes you think. There was a guy, I don't know who it was now, but there was a customer was like, "Hey, if you had a Dumble here,
Yeah, you should get. I think his suggestion was you guys should get a Dumble. He said to me like, "Yeah, I think you guys should have a Dumble in the store." And you know what would be really cool is if people kind of come rent it and play it. Like his proposition was something like, I would come for the afternoon and I could do like $50. I don't know if it's 30 or 50. It's like
but it was less than 100.
less than 100, and the proposition was for like 4 to 6 hours of him playing or recording, and it's like, I'm trying to do the math in my head. I'm thinking about the tubes. That was the first thing. It's like the general wear and tear, and then how long until we get the 250 back or 300?
So at basically like $50 a day.
$50 a day times 365.
So
anyway,
it's basically
20.
5,000 days.
Yeah.
Right?
5,000 days until we get our money back.
Yeah.
Is that the idea?
Yeah. So you book the thing
Yeah.
for about 13 and a half years. Let's say 14 years.
I mean, I would make that investment, I guess, in some sense. But I mean, clerically, now you're dealing with a thing, and now there's you know what? I was in there, but on the third hour, I heard some buzz coming through. I don't want to pay for that hour. So I need you to prorate what I paid. I can take it in a credit towards another session. But anyway, so
The other thing is we could just have it.
yeah, I think that's probably would be the real plan is.
But like the $250 kicking around to buy a Dumble isn't really
It's some real money.
Yeah, it's a thing.
And then I see something like the Memento Mori set. It's not a Dumble. I get that.
No.
But that to me is pretty special too.
It is pretty special.
Maybe it's not up there with owning a Dumble, but something like that is like in today's world, current production, that's about as special as you're going to get.
It's pretty, yeah. That's very, very special.
So after we sold the set, we did reach out to David Casson.
Yes.
And with the idea of
super great guy.
Awesome guy. Yeah. And the idea of working together in the future. So without giving much away, there are plans to do some more stuff down the road with David. Some more things.
More things
without giving too much away. So that's going to be very exciting.
That will be cool.
Very talented artist.
Yeah, he's world class, right? Like that guy's like just like
you look through his profile.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
There's lots of good different styles of art. Now I'm no expert on art. I like what I like, and I think you're the same way. Yeah. But for realism, when someone can achieve something that looks like a picture, that to me is always like screams the absolute height of talent.
Yeah.
When you can create something that looks like a photo, I think that's like, for me at least, that is like the apex, the height of what you can get in modern art. So there you go.
It's very good. Very, very good.
Let's talk a little bit about NAMM.
Is this the news section?
There is no news section this week.
Okay.
No, we're making our own news.
Okay.
Yeah, when every time I try to find news, it's not always stuff. We had to go to hard copy last week.
We did go to hard copy. Ago. There's there's a new hard copy magazine.
I didn't want to do it. I felt like it was too stale to go back to hard copy. I mean, what new thing could, I'm sure we would open it up and it would be like, it's a new clarinet reeds, right? They're even thinner. They're even more expensive, but they're thinner. Stuff like that.
Basically, a lot of these things, like not to just, poo-poo them all too much, but if you're getting your ideas of the products you're going to carry from the back of a music industry magazine, you're in trouble.
You could be in trouble.
You could be in trouble.
I mean, how many more, saxophone tuners need to be made? I'm sure. Anyway, to say the least, we're not going to cover too much news, but we are going to talk about some things that we found out about NAMM. So 125th anniversary this year.
It's big. I heard not a lot of people are going. That's what I heard.
The word on the street. Now, when you say that, though, we're talking specifically about Canadians.
We're talking about Canadians, yeah.
Because Americans are probably still going to show up in force.
You'd think so.
Nothing's changing there.
As long as the air traffic control situation's good, which looks
maybe you want to drive there.
Yeah.
Maybe we should drive there.
Maybe.
Pretty quick trip, right?
This is like a planes, trains, and automobiles kind of situation.
My God.
I already had that NAMM personally.
Yeah,
I lost my passport.
That's
we
a
don't
classic.
need to talk about that. I think I've talked about it before.
So some things we know about. We went to an event called Wood Wires and Volts last year.
Yeah, that's put on by Carlos Lopez of Castadosa Guitar fame.
Yeah,
him and Stephanie are the organizers, I believe.
Nice little setup there.
Really nice.
Stephanie did that whole booth.
Yeah,
she's kind of has a knack for interior design.
Oh,
really
for sure.
Cool what she did with that booth. And then some of the other people showcasing there. There was Novak pickups, which is cool.
Yeah,
and a lot of smaller builders that we weren't necessarily familiar with.
Black Volt. That guy, who's awesome. His amps are awesome.
Daniel Lanois has a Black Volt amp.
Yeah.
So, we will be getting them maybe at some point.
Yeah, it's on my radar.
Yeah.
Big time.
And there was also the Frank brothers. Really nice guys from Toronto. They're making some really nice stuff. Not a brand we're carrying at this time. Who knows? But really great guitars and nice guys. So, good to
really
meet
great
them.
guitars. Yeah.
It's always good at these smaller events where it's more of a curated kind of boutique thing.
Yeah.
And, there's lots of time to talk and hang out. And,
Ariel was playing last year. Did we missed him?
Yeah.
We got there just a little
Star
late.
Crawler. Remember, that was the band upstairs.
Yeah,
So
I kind of blocked that out.
Well, you weren't there, but so I went upstairs.
I went upstairs, but there's something about it that made me turn around and leave right away. Now, it was either...
It's not your kind of music.
That might be it. Yeah. I thought it was like, was it crowded and like
it
hot
was crowded and it was
like,
hot too.
Like, was it that? That could have been like rather than...
And you were on the outskirts. Like, we're not at an age where we're going to be pushing to any front of any show, right?
That's for sure.
Yeah, I'll go down an aisle if there's a chair waiting for me. And even then, you know. Yeah. So, but just a funny tangent on that. I was upstairs and I'm like, who are these guys? I don't know, having my drink. Mm-hmm. And not really making eye contact with anyone, just kind of having, casual drink on my own. And the singer on the stage kind of looks over my direction. And I'm always, it's like when you're at a comedy club, you're like, don't pick me.
Yeah. I've been picked at a comedy club before.
Just make you skin crawl,
thanks.
right?
Sit me right in the front row. Thank you.
I was in that back right corner. I thought I was safe. And she gets off the stage and darts right towards me and takes the bottle out of my hand and starts drinking it on the way to the bathroom. And then gives it back to me, and it's like, okay, I don't know what just happened there.
Just got COVID.
Well, and here's the thing, there was like 2 ounces left, so it was mostly backwash that she got. Anyway, you never know what's going to happen when you leave your house.
Hey.
So that event, anyway, is coming back next year, so we're really excited for it.
Yeah.
And there's word that maybe even Fender or some master builders will be attending.
Yeah, well, there were some master builders there last year just hanging out.
I'm trying to think who.
Dennis was there.
Galuska?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, he was at the beginning.
Yeah.
That's right. So maybe that's what it's going to be this year. Some more Fender master builders.
I think there's going to be more of a presence.
Okay.
Which is cool.
To be determined, I guess. That's supposedly what's happening.
Supposedly. Right?
Allegedly. Don't quote us.
Allegedly, the whole Fender presence this year is going to be quite different.
So they're not going to be showing at the trade show, is that? Did I get that right?
That's right.
That's a bit of a departure.
It is, but they are still having the reason, whatever we get out of a Fender at NAMM for us is primarily a custom shop focus, right? Mm-hmm. So that whole Fender event, the custom shop where they have guitars, custom you can sort of put your card in.
It's kind of a lottery system
to buy the guitars.
Yeah,
that whole event is a staple for me of the Fender
amazing.
Of NAMM. Right?
It's a great experience, and it's also a chance to get builds that they've dreamed up faster, right? Because these guitars are available right now.
Yeah, you get it right away.
And you get to see them.
Yeah, and so this is going to be happening. They're doing that. Mm-hmm. It's just going to be off-site. So
like 5 minutes away. Is that what they said? A 5-minute drive or a 5-minute walk? Anyway, it's close.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's close. And, this kind of goes along with kind of a trend, would you say, in the industry? Mm-hmm. That some of the manufacturers are just doing their own thing off-site. Like Taylor does that Catch event, which used to be, it's called the Catch event because it used to be at the Catch restaurant, which has gone out of business. Still called the Catch event, but it's at a hotel.
That's a great event.
It is. Well, it's a great whiskey sour.
Great whiskey sour.
Yeah.
So we are seeing a bit of a trend, I think, with a lot of the manufacturers that maybe they're not seeing the value necessarily in displaying at NAMM.
Yeah.
And, there are some, we've talked about this, the kind of shifting landscape right now. There's definitely some challenges that a lot of the big guys are facing.
Yeah.
NAMM is not cheap.
No.
It's quite expensive.
I'm sure it is, especially some of those like mega booths that like Fender used to do, big.
So we're seeing it strip back a little bit. I think even last year's show, there was probably 400 guitars there, but even the aesthetic for the Fender event was a little bit stripped back.
Yeah, like I said in the meeting the other day, kind of a cafeteria vibe.
Yeah. Well, you're not wrong. So this year it's going to be off-site, and it's going to be held at we don't know exactly, but a museum, someplace with some cars. It's going to be a really cool event. So we're looking forward to that quite a bit. It is going to be dealer only. So they're not, like I said, they're not seeing that maybe the value in investing in having a booth at the NAMM show.
Yeah.
But they are, along with a lot of other manufacturers, doing off-site events for dealers.
Yeah.
And I can see it through their eyes too. Here's I mean, we're going to sell 400 guitars tonight, guys. You know, I mean, that's what it is for them. They're also selling 400 guitars because dealers are committing to those instruments. So
there's at least that, because there's a lot of people who do the reorders thing too.
Right.
So what they use on these event guitars that you see dealers will have, there's one that's shown at the event, and someone can get that one, but people can also request that they build a reorder. So there's probably a lot of reorders, because one of the things that a lot of people do with custom shop stuff is not come up with their own ideas.
Right.
So this is an opportunity, if you don't have any ideas of what to do for custom shop guitars.
They've done it for you.
They've
given you some ideas.
They've thought it all out for you.
And there's some cool stuff too. And there's a lot of one-off guitars there too. So master built one of one that aren't necessarily reorder guitars.
No, sometimes they
art guitars or kind of one-off things.
Yeah.
So that is an exciting thing. We don't do a lot of reorders though, do we?
No, the only time we did a reorder that I can remember is the Gretsch Roadrunner.
I knew you were going to say that.
I should have ordered 10 of them.
That's a special guitar.
Yeah,
that's a pretty special guitar. That's not your run-of-the-mill instrument. And you don't see many of those out there.
No, that's I think someone recently had one up for like 30,000 or something like that, and I think it was like kind of an FU price, you know?
Yeah. Like, I love an FU price. Classic.
The FU price. Hey, if someone will give me 30 grand for this, I'll part with it. Otherwise, I don't want to part with it at all.
That's like telling your partner you're ready to sell your Corvette and you list it for 100,000. Hey, it's on the market. Just people don't want to pay.
Hey,
nobody wants to pay.
Hey, I know what it's worth.
I know what it's worth. I want. Yeah, that's right. The mods I have into that thing. Come on.
I spent a lot. You should see the bills.
Oh man, yeah. Black hole. No Gibson, as far as we know. No Gibson last year. They had the social media influencer booth.
Yeah.
We didn't get to go into that. That was too exclusive.
Too exclusive.
You have to work your way up to the top, and we're just not there.
Not the social media. We're not the top of the heap. We're not really. We're just a store that spends lots of money
with them. Well, maybe I'll get the if they do come back with the booth, I'll get the hat and I'll get the glasses. I'll get the little disguise mustache glass thing. I'm gonna do that and I'll work my way in.
Yeah, are you gonna pose as the CEO?
It crossed my mind. So we'll see about Gibson. We'll see about some of the other big guys.
You could do a real I think you could do the Caesar thing.
We kind of did this.
The face swap.
We did the face swap.
I think if you just got the glasses with the mustache thing, that
look how I'm dressed here.
Yeah, you could do it.
Kind of a cool guy. So we'll see. We have Martin coming back. They're always good. Sometimes with Martin, we actually will pick out woods at the show. They bring woods to the show.
Yeah, we've done that.
You remember what happened last year at the Martin booth?
The guitars.
One of the things.
What's that?
Didn't we pick up a guitar on the wall and it's like, hey, this guitar is in pieces.
Yeah.
It was cracked.
And then what's her name? Anne.
Anne. She was like, oh, that's not great.
Oh, how did this happen? How is it possible that this guitar is cracked? I'll tell you how it's possible. The humidity's 20% here. There's a guy right outside your booth, though, named Tom.
Who's got a pretty good humidification.
Who's got the best humidification system in the business.
Yeah.
Tom, anyway, at TAC Misting Systems.
Yeah. Anyway,
so they got to get Tom in there next year. You got to, your guitars are going to fall apart.
There's enough dry 80s rockers just sucking the moisture right out of the air, right?
just through their skin.
Yeah, right through the
pores. Lizard skin.
That's right. So, going to see a lot of the big guys there, and some people aren't going, and I guess we'll see how that kind of shapes out. There's going to be more to come. We'll keep you informed as we get closer to the date.
And it is getting close, about 2 months away. Yeah, it's about 2 months away.
This is our Olympics.
This is it. We've been training. We haven't been training all year.
No, we haven't.
Because if we were training, we'd probably be alcoholics.
Yeah, that's true. This is the time of year where we indulge a little bit. But something else I wanted to talk about. We're seeing some trends right now in the industry. And this is something that may not be apparent for guitar players, for consumers, for people that aren't doing this day to day. This is our life. We're fully involved. We're seeing two different kind of paths emerging with manufacturers. And I wanted to talk about this because this is seemingly really apparent right now. And we're kind of seeing a divergence, so to speak, of two different ways to do business when things get a little tough, when things get a little different, when there's lots of change, when there's maybe more adversity. The first path is the forceful path. And we've seen a lot of this recently.
We'd like you guys to take more.
You guys are a great dealer. Can you buy more guitars? Because we're going to we're going to force you into buying more guitars.
We think this is the path that we do. I know if you haven't had any luck with this particular thing, why don't you have twice as much?
Yeah. Yeah, you should have double the amount, but make half the margin. So that's kind of part of the package, isn't it? It's like, hey, we're going to take some of your margin. Okay, you can get some money back from us as a credit towards more stuff, but we're going to take that margin away for now, and you're kind of forced to participate, and you're also kind of forced to buy more stuff if you want to get that credit.
You want that money back.
So that's a little weird. I don't love that.
It's a little weird. It's there's different ways here, right, about going about things. I think what that way says is like we have a supply issue.
Yeah, we're in trouble.
We're in trouble.
Yeah.
It says, that's what it says to me. It says company X is in trouble.
Yeah.
They're in trouble. Maybe they're laying off employees.
Yep.
Maybe they're doing something that's very extreme.
Extreme. That's the right word. Yeah, and the other part that is kind of in tandem with this is putting up more roadblocks for you. Well, if you want this, you have to have this. If you want to do this, you have to do this. And it's like, again, trying to milk some of your best dealers out of that little extra, just so you can keep that extra night shift or keep things moving. But it's a bad approach. It's like I was saying earlier, a square peg into a round hole.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not really, it's not a feel good approach.
No.
And I don't think it does anything to inspire, the community confidence, but also like the guitar players community, right? Of like, hey, like getting super excited about, like that's not going to get anyone excited. What is going to get people excited is the other path, right? The
other approach, which is a path we're seeing too.
We are. Yeah.
This is the path that we'd like to see everybody take at all times. And it's a harder path, right? It's a lot harder than just, changing some numbers on a page and forcing things into the pipe. This path is more about innovation. It's a kind of more of an open arms approach too. And we see this with some of the manufacturers where they say, what can we do to make this brand work for you? What can we do for you?
Yeah.
Instead of here's what you have to do for us. Here you go. You want to keep doing this? Here you go. Here's more stuff. We don't care if you like it. This is what you should have. Just pushing.
A sidebar here. Yeah. I love that, like, when these people tell you like about what you should have, it's so absurd to me. So absurd. Like here's a guy who was like selling like Pepsi's, 10 months ago. He came from the soft drink market, and he's going to tell you how to sell guitars.
He knows how to sell soft drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So part of that, I think we've talked about this in the past too, but the idea of like, well, where can we get those extra dollars from our dealers? Well, let's make them commit to X amount in accessories. Let's make them buy this many strings. Let's make them buy all that extra tiddly crap that we don't necessarily want, because we want to be able to choose that kind of cross-section of accessories, cross-section of everything we carry.
Yeah.
So we know what works for us.
Right. We're kind of big on that, like our identity, right?
Identity.
Like our identity as a store is our identity.
Yeah.
We're picking and we're curating stuff for our customers based on what we really think.
Right.
What we really feel. We don't want to be like, hey, have you seen this tuner by whatever guitar brand? Like it's got disco lights on it, and it'll tell you a bedtime story, and like buy that. It's like we're not.
And it causes cancer, but hey, come on, what doesn't?
We're not into that. Like we're gonna pick the stuff that works for us. So there's a little sometimes there's a little friction, but ultimately, we're the kind of place that we're going to decide.
Try to row our own boat.
Yeah, we row our own boat.
We don't want to be held handheld down to the meat grinder.
Yeah.
Right? So that second approach is really, it's about innovation. It's about creating a product that people want. I know we've probably talked about this a million times, but working with the dealers, making sure there's flexibility on the dealer's behalf to make the brand work. We've seen that from a bunch of brands where they're like, how do we make this work? Here's our suggestions. And it's not putting you out. They're doing something on your behalf to try to make the brand work, whether it's something that's innovation or a unique plan or whatever it is to try to make the brand work. That's good. Yeah. That's what we want.
Also listening to
feedback.
Hey, what would be cool, guys? What about if we could make this happen? Mm-hmm. And they're like, yeah, hey, let's do that. If that's you think that's going to work for you, let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, that's a nice way to go.
So the two different paths that we're seeing right now, and we hope that everyone comes to the light side with us.
Yeah. Make guitars that
people want, and we will order them.
Yeah. It's pretty simple.
And then last thing we should look at today is
Viewer Spotlight, the pick of the week.
This is a guitar, so a hand-picked top. This is a Torrefied hand-picked top on a Gibson Les Paul. A 59. Have you heard of the 59 year?
I have heard of the 59. It's a very famous year for Les Pauls.
So we went down there.
November.
But I'm going to say we went down there a couple years ago. And I remember specifically asking for Torrefied wood. Do you ever do Torrefied maple? No, we don't do that. We don't do that. And then the next year we went, there was a stack of Torrefied maple. I don't think we got the first builds out of that, but we did get some of the best Torrefied maple that I've seen on any guitars, period.
Yeah, we got some good stuff.
So we went through piles and piles of Torrefied maple and then handpicked this top. What we did differently with this one, it's a bourbon burst finish.
Yeah, which admittedly, I remember when we spec'd this out, I thought, I have no idea what the finish is going to look like on Torrefied wood. So, because Torrefied wood, it's baked, right? For people that don't know what Torrefied is, they cook the wood in an oven to very low, like 0 moisture content. Yeah. And there's the more you cook it, the wood takes on like sort of brown look
caramel.
to it. Caramel-like look to it, yeah.
So, and it worked. It worked on this finish. It looks just richer, darker. And the other good impact from this, from having a Torrefied top, it's a light guitar. It's light and it's resonant. So that's kind of a byproduct of the torrefication process as well.
Yeah, it is. That's a really nice Les Paul.
It is.
I imagine that one's not going to.
I don't think that.
Be around for too long.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, by the time this podcast comes out, I'm sure this one will be gone. But another special build. I think all the other specs are done like a standard 59. So
yeah,
look out for that one on our website. Thanks for joining us today. We're looking forward to NAMM 2026 and a lot more interesting, exciting one-off guitars that are coming our way. And as usual, if you like the podcast, please like and subscribe to hear more from us.